integrity and their loyalty and just being a great overall person in general. This is kind of a child, if you will, of our Being a Difference Award, newly named the Bill Daniels Being a Difference Award, which this is a program that the Center for the Public Trust has, and 4 people each year are nominated with this prestigious award, and it's very similar to the Campus Being a Difference Award. It's people who are very active in their community and in their organizations who are making a difference and being a difference as well. So let's take a look at some of the criteria. All student nominees must be currently enrolled, so they have to be full-time students in some sort of classes. Faculty nominees must hold the position on campus. So it doesn't have to just go to a professor. It can go to maybe a janitor or someone working in the cafeteria or a coach or some sort of campus advisor. It can go to anyone on campus. They just have to hold some sort of position. They have shown exemplary conduct not only with students, faculty, but also the community around them. They have taken the lead or provided some sort of support with ethical practices or programs on your campus. And they have personal values that demonstrate integrity and ethics. They could have overcome a recent challenge and done that with such poise and integrity that makes them honorable for this award. And they've also taken the lead and supported efforts emphasizing strong, not only leadership, but ethics and development as well. The nominations are easy. Online at StudentCPT.org, you can click the Faculty and Student Award tab on the left-hand side, and you will be brought to this page. This is our nomination forms. All nominations are due by April 14th. We'll kind of go into the logistics about that in just a minute. But here's kind of a snapshot of what it looks like. We ask for your information's name, so the person doing the nominating, and then on the next page, right here, we ask for the actual nominee's information. So with that, depending on if you are nominating a student or a faculty member, there are a couple questions. They're very similar questions, but how does the nominee exemplify leadership on campus or in their other environments? So this could be a church, this could be if they have another job outside of just being a student, this could be just any other organizations that they're a part of. How does the nominee exhibit the use of ethical principles in his or her daily life? Why is the nominee so deserving of the Campus Being a Difference Award? This is your time to brag about them. How is the nominee being a difference on campus? And then any additional information that's relevant. And the faculty nomination questions, they're very similar as well. And like I said, you guys can take a look at those and feel free to email Alexia or I if you have any additional questions. So just a couple tips to remember. Online nomination forms are accepted through April 14th. And this is something that can kind of get a little bit confusing, so I want to make sure we make this clear. If there is only one student or one faculty member nominated from your school, we will then review the nomination, make sure they check all the criteria boxes, and then we will send the award to your chapter. However, if your school nominates more than one person, if there are more than one nominee, we will send the Student CPT chapter officer, normally the president, or the advisor, a list of everyone who was nominated, and then you guys can allow your chapter to vote on who you want to give these awards to. So what we've seen a lot of our chapters do in the past is during the chapter meeting, or they'll send out a mass email with that nomination link and encourage their members to go ahead and submit nominations. And like I said, we take care of the back end for you. Something very important to note, please allow 2 weeks after the submission deadline for the CPT to process your nominations and to ship the award to your school. So we work with another department here at NASBA, and they are the ones who are responsible for creating the certificates and framing the certificates if that's something that you guys would like. And that's about a two-week-ish turnaround time. However, if you guys are having some sort of award ceremony, which I know a lot of our Student CPT chapters do a little earlier into the semester, please let your account rep know, and we'll make sure that we get that to you in perfect amount of time. So let's go ahead and go over the ideal award candidate. So this candidate displays integrity in challenging times. We kind of went over that. They illustrate ethical behavior not only on campus but off campus as well. And they're not only a leader through their position, whether they're president, vice president, just being a member of an organization, but also through their actions as well. Alexi, do you have anything to add?
That's it. I just want to encourage all of our students to just get in touch with us if you have any questions. We're always here. I'm willing to help. I do remember that something that I learned last year is that sometimes when you give a campus address, with the end of the semester, the awards kind of risk getting lost in the shuffle. So I know that with my chapter that experienced that last year, this year they are giving me a personal address instead of the school address. So, you know, we learn from our mistakes.
Yep.
And hopefully this year they'll get their candidates their award on time.
And like I said, we do have the possibility for you guys to frame these awards, which we definitely recommend. And we can give you pricing information via email if you're interested in that. But, you know, this is such an honor. You know, you are saying that this faculty member and this student of everyone on campus, these are the two this year that we definitely want to pay homage to and honor just for their actions and their integrity. So, you know, try to make it a big deal. And, you know, whether you present it to them in their office or whether you present it to them in an award ceremony, you know, it's still is equally of a big deal. And like Alexi said, we just encourage all of our StudentCPT chapters to do this. Also, to qualify as a Golden Star chapter, this is one of the requirements. So please don't forget that as you are analyzing what you've done over the year and you're making sure that your chapter has checked all the boxes to be a Golden Star chapter. All right. Well, as a final announcement, all nominations are due April 14th, 2017. So that's coming up in about a month. You have a little bit over a month. So just please encourage your members to submit those nominations, and we'll be in touch soon.